utilize a state-of-the-art infrared scanning, and I don't know if you can get tight on that, but what it is a picture of a person putting their foot on an infrared scanner that will tell us where that patient's arches are and whether that patient has what's known as pronation or supination as the foot collapses in one way or the other. And some people think, well, that's just my foot. How can that affect my back? Believe me, it does, and it works its way all the way up by rotating and twisting and unleveling the other joints of the body in compensation for your poor feet. Now, almost everybody has seen on TV the Dr. Scholl's footwear. Well, you can get those almost anywhere at a lot of local stores, and that's better than nothing at all, but they're at least educating the public as to the need for stabilizing orthotics. A pair of shoes comes down an assembly line, maybe $1,000 an hour, made in China, and all of our shoes are meant for the general foot without any kind of, stabilizing arch support, let alone anything that's custom made. And we make these custom made for your foot. So by doing this, we help to ensure that the corrections that we do for your spine stay corrected.
Wonderful. Well, that's another reason to go in to see and treat with Dr. Clark, because once again, I've never treated with a chiropractor that offers so many therapy and treatments that are related to disorders of the back. One more quickly, did you have one that you want? The laser is another treatment that Dr. Clark offers, because the laser accelerates pain relief and healing also. And this is why I say that he goes beyond the traditional chiropractic therapy, because for those people who just have this myth and, oh, I don't want to go see a chiropractor, you don't have to be out there enduring this day-to-day pain and suffering and feel that you have to live with it, because this doctor, I can tell you, have so many state-of-the-art treatments that he offers for pain relief until there's no reason not to go in to treat with him. So talk to us about the laser therapy, doctor, because I've been impressed with this one too.
Yeah, that's very impressive. And before I go into laser, I'm just going to say one more thing about the myomassology that we have with Kathleen here. Being an integral part of our practice, without the myomassology, many of these symptoms can't be reduced quick enough, such as piriformis syndrome. That's where the leg pain shoots down the leg and the piriformis muscle accentuates that and makes that worse. Without our treatments by Kathleen, we wouldn't be able to dial down the patient's symptoms long enough to treat them effectively. They would be flared up so much they would be screaming for any drug, any needle, or any surgery to help them. And so it's a very integral part. There are pressure points of acupressure and muscle bundles that can be rubbed out in order to release pressure on nerves also. And so without that integral part of our practice of myomassology, we wouldn't be able to do our jobs as well.
Right.
I'm just going to talk now about laser. I keep holding these things up, and I know there might not be a tight close shot, but this is about laser treatments, and primarily cold laser treatments. When people think about laser, they think, oh, laser, that's something that would cut through metal. Well, a hot cutting laser light can do that, but there's also another more beneficial form of therapeutic laser called cold laser. And it's a combination of magnetic light, red laser light, and infrared light. These are all cold light therapies that will reduce inflammation, which is what boils and burns up our tissues. It'll reduce inflammation safely and also promote healing of new cells to be regenerated and formed. That way, the patients, not only their symptoms go away quicker, but their healing comes up faster. So if a healing in a certain case took 12 weeks, we could reduce that down to 3 to 6 weeks with the laser. That's why it's so important. In Europe, they had cold lasers approved and in use 20 years before we had it in the United States, and we think that we're more progressive. Now that the FDA has approved all the uses of cold laser treatment for the last 7 or 8 years, we've been able to enjoy that too. And many patients after surgeries can heal up faster after surgeries now, because the cold laser light speeds up the healing capacity, reduces scar tissue, and eliminates pain and inflammation. It's absolutely light, the medicine of the future, and it's a miracle.
I believe that. Well, Dr. Clark, tell us a little bit more, or tell the viewers, or give the viewers one good reason why they should come in and treat with you and Kathleen, and for these miracle cures. I call it a miracle cure because it's preventative medicine, and you can't go wrong with these two treatments and what Dr. Clark and his staff offers at his facility. But tell the viewers who are watching the show, who may want to call you and come in to see you to treat with some of these treatments, where you could be located, why they don't need to be fearful to come in, consult with you, and go over whatever their needs may be.
Okay. Well, the door is always open to new patients. We're here to serve the public, and many patients feel that they're bothering doctors when they're calling on doctors, and I've had that feeling from patients that think, well, I know you're busy, doc, and I don't want to take up too much of your time, and I don't know if my case is right for you. The truth is that we get up and we get dressed and put our clothes on every day to go and serve the public. That's what we do. If I wasn't a doctor to do this for a living, maybe I would have opened up a Dairy Queen and served ice cream cones to the public. But I'm doing this because this is what I enjoy, and I invite new patients to come in.
Right.
We want to make sure that people feel comfortable calling and coming into the office for sometimes no more than just a consultation to talk, and to talk about what their problem is, maybe check their x-rays or MRIs to see if there's a second opinion and another view on their problem that may shed some light on a cure. The reason why our clinic differs from most chiropractic traditional clinics is that we offer many of the newer treatments that are scarce out there, scarcely promoted out there, such as the laser treatments, the spinal decompression treatments, the deep tissue massage treatments, ultrasound. We have a new muscle stimulating machine called the H-Wave that was reserved for high-profile athletes and sports teams. And I asked, why don't they utilize this in mainstream medicine as much? And the answer from the company is because they were too busy supplying their treatments to all the sports teams, and they need to get these players back on the field as fast as possible, so they have a lot of effort involved in that arena. And now they're branching out and coming into outpatient clinics like ours. So we utilize the new H-Wave procedure of muscle stimulation for getting rid of the spasms, the pain syndromes, by helping block the nerve from firing pain signals back to the brain.